What's the world's best-selling electric SUV? Yeah, you guessed it, the Tesla Model Y. But here's the kicker. The 2026 version isn't just a minor facelift, it's a whole new vibe. We're talking sleeker design, a cabin that finally feels premium, and performance that'll make you double-check if you're really in an SUV. Now, I know, people throw around game changer all the time, but this one actually has the numbers to back it up. Think 357 miles of range, insane charging speeds, and acceleration that embarrasses a lot of sports cars. And the best part? That's just scratching the surface. Because in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what Tesla changed, what stayed the same, and whether this 2026 Model Y is really worth your money. Welcome to the Auto Xpert. Let's dive in. Exterior design. First off, let's talk about the exterior, because this is where you'll spot the biggest changes right away. The 2026 Model Y doesn't just look like last year's car with a new badge. Tesla actually gave it a sharper, more futuristic vibe. Up front, the first thing you'll notice is that new LED light bar running across the nose, linking the headlights together. It's one clean strip that makes the whole front look wider and more modern. Honestly, it gives off a bit of that sci-fi spaceship look. Tesla also redesigned the bumpers and smoothed out some of the edges. It's subtle. They didn't go crazy, but it makes the car look more polished and aerodynamic. And those headlights? Slimmer now, with a cleaner daytime running light signature. At night, these things really pop. So yeah, it's still recognizably a Model Y, but with these tweaks, it looks leaner, more premium, and finally has the visual punch to match its performance. That's interior and comfort. Now, stepping inside, the changes are even more noticeable. The Model Y's cabin finally feels premium. This is something a lot of people complained about before, and Tesla clearly listened. The dashboard and door panels are wrapped in higher quality materials that actually feel soft to the touch, and the build quality feels more solid than before. On top of that, Tesla added extra sound insulation, so highway noise is way less intrusive. Ambient lighting is another cool addition. You can customize strips along the dash and doors, changing colors to match your vibe. It's subtle but adds a nice modern touch. The front seats are all new as well. Better bolstering for sport, and now ventilated, which is huge for hot climates. Hop in and you immediately feel the upgrade in comfort. Overall, the cabin feels quieter, comfier, and more upscale than ever before. It's not luxury car plush, but it definitely closes the gap. Infotainment and technology. Of course, no Tesla is complete without its tech, and the Model Y 2026 is no exception. Right in the middle, you've got that giant touchscreen, 15.4 inches on most trims, bumped up to 16 inches on the performance model. This is basically mission control for the entire car. From here, you handle everything: navigation, climate, media, even your mirrors and glove box. Some people love the minimalism, others miss physical buttons. But once you get used to it, it's intuitive. Entertainment-wise, Tesla packed in apps like Netflix, YouTube, Spotify, and even games. Perfect for killing time while charging. Rear passengers also get their own 8-inch display on the back of the center console, so they can stream, play games, or control climate independently. On the driver assist side, Autopilot comes standard. That means adaptive cruise control, lane keeping, and auto steer on highways. It makes long drives way easier. And yes, Tesla still sells the optional full self-driving package. That adds features like automatic lane changes and city navigation, but just remember, it still requires your attention. It's not fully autonomous, no matter what the name suggests. So overall, you're getting one of the most advanced infotainment systems in any car, plus the industry's most well-known semi-autonomous driving features, performance and handling. All right, now let's talk about the fun part, how this thing drives. The base RWD version makes about 295 horsepower, which is plenty quick for daily driving. Step up to the AWD long range, and you're looking at around 375 horsepower. And if that's not enough, The new performance trim cranks out a whopping 460 horsepower. In numbers, here's what that means. The RWD does 0-60 in about 5.4 seconds. The AWD drops it to 3.9 seconds. And the performance model, just 3.3 seconds. That's sports car territory in a family SUV. On the road, acceleration feels instant. That classic EV shove that pins you back in your seat. The steering is light but precise, perfect for city streets and highways. The suspension is on the firmer side, which makes it more agile around corners. But you'll feel bumps more than in, say, a cushy luxury SUV. It's quick, it's responsive, and with the added sound insulation, it's also quieter than older versions. Overall, it feels sporty, but still usable as an everyday family car. Range and charging. Now, if there's one thing people care about in an EV, it's range. And the 2026 Model Y is one of the best in the game. The RWD version can go up to 357 miles on a charge with 19-inch wheels. If you go with 20s, that drops slightly to around 344 miles. The AWD model does about 327 miles on 19s and 303 on 20s. Even the performance trim still clears the 300-mile mark. Charging is equally impressive. Plug into a Tesla V3 supercharger, and you can add about 180 miles of range in just 15 minutes. That's basically a coffee break. Of course, most owners will charge at home overnight, waking up to a full battery every morning. And don't forget, Tesla's supercharger network is still the largest and most reliable fast charging system in the world. So long trips, no problem. Pricing and trim levels. Now let's talk money. The 2026 Model Y starts around $46,600 for the rear-wheel drive version. The AWD long range bumps it into the low to mid 50Ks, and the performance trim comes in at about $57,500. Every trim comes well equipped. Things like the big screen, glass roof, heated seats, Autopilot, all standard. As you move up, you're mainly paying for more power, range, and some sporty extras. In my opinion, the sweet spot is the AWD long range. You get the dual motors for all-weather traction, more horsepower, and excellent range, without stretching into performance pricing. Conclusion. So, what's the bottom line? The 2026 Tesla Model Y takes what was already the world's best-selling EV and makes it better. You get class-leading range, blistering acceleration, a quieter and more premium cabin, and Tesla's unmatched charging network. On the downside, the ride is still a bit firm, and some people won't love the fact that basically every control lives on the touchscreen. And at the higher trims, it's not exactly cheap. But if you want an EV that's practical, high-tech, and still fun to drive, the Model Y continues to be one of the strongest options out there.